The ancient city held its breath, eyes turned skyward, hearts pounding with anticipation. Above the majestic dome of St. Peter's Basilica, a symbol of faith and history, a plume of white smoke pierced the Roman sky. The world watched in awe and curiosity. A new era for the Catholic Church had begun. The crowd erupted in cheers, a wave of emotion sweeping through St. Peter's Square. Pope Francis, after a period of declining health, was gone. The papacy, vacant, left a void in the hearts of many. Now a successor had emerged from the conclave, chosen through prayer and deliberation, a new shepherd chosen to lead the world's 1.3 billion Catholics. The cardinals, relieved and hopeful, congratulated each other. Who was this enigmatic figure stepping onto the balcony? The crowd waited eagerly to catch a glimpse. What did his election mean for the future of the Church? Conversations buzzed with speculation and hope. The weight of history hung heavy in the air, a reminder of the Church's enduring legacy. The Catholic Church, an institution spanning millennia, found itself at a crossroads, facing new challenges and opportunities. The papacy of Pope Francis, marked by his humility, his focus on the poor and marginalized, and his call for a more merciful Church, had left an indelible mark on the world. The world waited with bated breath, the air thick with anticipation and uncertainty. Who would inherit this weighty mantle? The question lingered in every mind. What direction would this new papacy take? The future seemed both promising and uncertain. The future of the Catholic Church, it seemed, hung in the balance as the world watched and waited. Shrouded in secrecy, the sacred ritual of the Papal Conclave unfolded. Within the hallowed halls of the Sistine Chapel, the College of Cardinals, princes of the Church, gathered. Isolated from the outside world, their solemn duty commenced, to elect a new pope. A two-thirds majority, a daunting threshold was needed. The cardinals, each a shepherd to millions, cast their votes. Each ballot, a prayer whispered into history. The world watched, prayed, and waited. Tension crackled with each puff of black smoke that signaled another inconclusive vote. Days turned into nights. The world beyond the Vatican walls buzzed with speculation. Names were whispered, odds calculated. The faithful prayed, the curious speculated. Still the cardinals deliberated, the weight of their responsibility etched on their faces. The fate of the Church rested on their shoulders. Then one crisp Roman morning it happened. The smoke turned white. A new pope had been chosen. A collective gasp rippled through St. Peter's Square. The sea of faces, a tapestry of nationalities and languages, turned as one towards the balcony. Anticipation hung heavy in the air, thick with the scent of incense and the murmur of prayers. Whispers rippled through the crowd, questions echoing the uncertainty felt across the globe. Who was this new pontiff? What were his views? What did his election mean for the future of the Church? From the bustling heart of Rome to the furthest corners of the globe, all eyes were fixed on the Vatican. News channels buzzed with speculation. Social media erupted with conjecture. The Catholic faithful, a global family united by faith, held their breath. A new chapter in the long and storied history of the Church was about to be written. What story would it tell? Only time would tell. But one thing was certain: the world was watching. And then he emerged. A figure clad in white, his presence commanding the silence of the square. The anticipation was palpable, the air thick with a sense of history in the making. The new pope, his face etched with humility and resolve, raised his hand in blessing. His eyes scanned the crowd, reflecting a deep connection with the faithful gathered below. He was, name of new pope, formerly known as cardinal title, a man hailing from the heart of country. His journey to this moment had been long and filled with trials and triumphs. His election marked a significant departure from tradition, a testament to the global nature of the Catholic Church in the 21st century. The world watched in awe as a new chapter in the Church's history began. Born and raised in country, the new pope's journey to the papacy had been one of unwavering faith and dedication to service. His early years were marked by a deep sense of purpose and a calling to serve others. His theological roots ran deep, formed by a profound understanding of mention-specific theological influences, beliefs. These influences shaped his vision for the Church and his approach to leadership. His career within the Church had been marked by a commitment to mention previous roles/notable achievements within the Church. He was known for his tireless work and his ability to inspire those around him. He was a man of the people, known for his mention positive personality traits, leadership style. His warmth and approachability endeared him to many, making him a beloved figure within the Church. Now he stood as the leader of the Catholic Church, a beacon of hope for millions around the world. His leadership promised a new era of compassion, inclusivity, and renewed faith. The news of the new Pope's election reverberated around the globe, met with a mix of excitement and apprehension. People from all walks of life tuned in, their eyes glued to screens, their hearts filled with anticipation. From the bustling metropolises of the West to the remote villages of the global South, the faithful grappled with the implications of this historic moment. The air was thick with speculation and hope as communities gathered to discuss what this new leadership might mean for their future. For some, the new Pope represented a beacon of hope, a symbol of continuity and tradition. They saw in him a figure who could guide the Church through turbulent times, maintaining the values they held dear. For others, his election sparked uncertainty, raising questions about the direction he would take the Church in a rapidly changing world. Concerns about potential shifts in doctrine and policy loomed large in their minds. World leaders extended their congratulations, acknowledging the significant role the papacy plays on the global stage. Their messages were filled with diplomatic language, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and mutual respect. Catholic communities around the world celebrated, their joy echoing through streets and homes. The sense of unity and shared faith was palpable as people came together in a collective expression of happiness. Yet, amidst the jubilation, whispers of concern could be heard. Not everyone was convinced that this new chapter would bring the changes they hoped for. Some questioned the new Pope's stance on social issues, while others worried about the potential for a return to a more conservative interpretation of doctrine. These debates highlighted the diverse perspectives within the global Catholic community. The world watched, waited, and prayed, eager to see how this new chapter in the papacy would unfold. The anticipation was a testament to the profound impact the Pope has on millions of lives, transcending borders and cultures, charting the course reforms on the horizon. As the initial wave of excitement subsided, attention turned towards the future. What reforms, if any, would the new Pope prioritize? Would he continue the path set by Pope Francis with his emphasis on social justice, environmental protection, and interfaith dialogue? Or would he chart a different course, one more aligned with traditional Catholic teachings? Speculation ran rampant. Some Vatican insiders hinted at a potential shift in focus, suggesting that the new Pope might prioritize internal church matters, such as the ongoing synod on synodality and the role of the laity. Others pointed to his previous statements and writings, suggesting that he might take a more cautious approach to reform, emphasizing the importance of unity and tradition. Only time would tell what direction the new papacy would take. But one thing was certain: the Catholic Church stood at a crossroads, and the decisions made by this new Pope would have far-reaching consequences. The weight of the world. Challenges await. The new Pope inherited a church grappling with a multitude of challenges. From the ongoing clergy abuse crisis that had shaken the Church to its core to the rise of secularism and the increasing polarization of society, the path ahead was fraught with obstacles. The world watched, eager to see how this new shepherd would guide his flock through these turbulent times. The weight of expectation rested heavily on his shoulders. The world looked to him for guidance, for hope, for a renewed sense of purpose in an increasingly uncertain world. He would need to navigate complex geopolitical situations, address the growing divisions within the Church itself, and find new ways to connect with a generation increasingly disillusioned with organized religion. The task ahead was daunting, but the new Pope, armed with his faith and the prayers of millions, seemed ready to face the challenges head-on. A shepherd's legacy, Pope Francis's enduring impact. As the new papacy dawned, it was impossible to ignore the long shadow cast by Pope Francis. His papacy, though relatively short, had been nothing short of transformative. He had challenged the Church to confront its past, embrace a more inclusive vision of Catholicism, and prioritize the needs of the poor and marginalized. His legacy would undoubtedly continue to shape the Church for years to come. The new Pope, whether consciously or not, would be compared to his predecessor. His every action, every word would be scrutinized for signs of continuity or change. The challenge for him would be to forge his own path, to build upon the foundation laid by Pope Francis, while also addressing the unique challenges of his own time. The eyes of the world were upon him, watching and waiting to see how he would rise to the occasion. Into the unknown, a new chapter for the faithful. As the sun set on Rome, casting a warm glow over St. Peter's Square, a sense of cautious optimism filled the air. The Catholic Church, with its rich history and diverse tapestry of believers, stood poised on the brink of a new era. The election of name of new Pope marked a turning point, a moment of both uncertainty and possibility. What would the future hold for the Church under his leadership? Only time would tell. But one thing was certain: the journey ahead would be filled with both challenges and opportunities. The new Pope, armed with his faith, the prayers of the faithful, and the legacy of his predecessors, had the potential to guide the Church into a new era of relevance and meaning. The world watched, waited, and prayed, eager to witness the unfolding of this new chapter in the long and storied history of the Catholic Church. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.